We're working on the first challenge for the sort and reverse methods in list functions and methods. This says complete the function named sort and test. It takes two parameters, both of which are lists, and your function should sort the first argument without altering the original list, and then compare the sorted list to the argument. Our function is just going to return a Boolean value which is a result of this comparison. So it's just going to return true or false. There's also a doc string that describes what the function is actually doing and what parameters should be returned, right? So please write our function. We have our function header in place. We see that list 1 and list 2 are being passed in. We have two lists here. We can see that one of these lists is going to be a reversed version of the other. But let's go ahead and do as the function says. The first thing that we want to do is test whether the sorted version of one list is equal to the other. So the first thing that I'm going to want to do is to actually make a copy. I'm going to call this list1 copy, and it is simply going to be list1.copy. Again, just best practice not to mutate your actual parameters. In this case, we are going to make a copy and then mutate that copy. So now I want to actually, as it mentions, use the sort function of the list method, excuse me, not the function, but the list method, sort or dot sort. Once I have sorted that list, I can actually just go ahead and return if my list1 copy is equal to list2 or not. And if I go ahead and give this a run, I can see that my answer is correct. We could have skipped the copy step and just done it with the original list. But like I said, it's typically best practice not to mutate your parameters. Another thing that some people might do is they might say, hey, can I just leave these two lines separate and just return this? And you might think that this would work, like, oh, we're going to sort the list and then we're going to make our comparison. But this is actually going to give me an incorrect answer. And that is because this is false is not equal to true. It's expecting this result variable to be true, true being returned from our function. However, the dot sort method, much like dot extend or dot append, does not actually return anything. So it returns a none type object. And that none type object is not the same as our list object. So the function is returning false. So in this case, it actually does make sense to make that copy, then sort that copy, and then just go ahead and see if that copy is equal to the second list in the function.